All right, let's do a quick recap of this week's games. First up, before we go over the daytime games, yo, the parlays hit this weekend. I'll leave it at that. Ohio State took care of business. Texas took care of business. And the Buffs took care of business and in the spread. I hope you guys took the spread. And Clemson, I'm going to be honest, they kind of struggled with Pitt. Good game by Pitt. There's a lot of things that's been around Pittsburgh in the last 3 weeks, and they're trying to rally to save the season. But it's over, playoff wise. Tulane handled business against the midshipmen. Tulane might have an opportunity to make a run for a playoff spot. Who knows? Alabama beat down Mercer. Now, Mercer might do something in the FCS. I'll cover them when I cover FCS. Penn State beat the brakes off of Purdue. Who would have thought that? Notre Dame held off UVA. Boston College. Let's talk about this. SMU did not run away with this game. Boston College fought hard. I'll leave it at that. Louisville lost to Stanford. Now, I'm going to be honest. I put this in a parlay, and I did not advise for you all to take this. I was risking it all on this, but it paid off. Now, early in the week, I said Nussmeier was the least sacked quarterback in the top 15. And the Gators sacked that man 7 times. Now, stats said he only had 6 sacks on the season prior to this game. Good God. South Carolina. Low key, I think South Carolina might be a top 3 team in the SEC. They're playing really good, especially in this time of the year. Now, this San Jose State versus Boise State game was a lot closer than what the score column showing. One, San Jose State was leading the entire game, well, at least the first quarter. And for some weird reason, they couldn't get the ball to Nick Nash enough. Like, they got the number 1 receiver going against the number 1 running back. You can put 8 in the box. I'm just baffled at San Jose State. They had the game. And yes, this parlay did not hit. I'll leave it at that. ASU over Kansas State. This was the running back duo, or the running backs versus running backs. Giddens versus Scatterboo. To be honest, they both were, average performing. I think Scatterboo ran for 73 yards. Giddens ran for 133. Giddens got no tutties though. So, yeah, I know he's not happy about that. Oregon versus Wisconsin. Lord Jesus. Oregon is in trouble. Like, I do not believe they would beat Penn State after this game. And the way Indiana played, boy, I'll save my commentary. Now, Tennessee losing to Georgia. Tennessee, that's who I mean by they. Tennessee had this game on lock early on, and they just allowed Carson Beck to look like a daggone Heisman contender again. And yeah, I'm mad. I had them in a parlay, and the cash out was there. I got greedy. Yeah, anyway, this complicates things right now for the SEC. So now I'm pretty sure Ole Miss is the leading team in the SEC, or maybe it's Texas A&M. Either way, it's going to be a complete headache. I'm glad I don't have to deal with it on Sunday. Actually, today's Sunday. It is. Anyway, Texas A&M, good game. They played New Mexico State. We all expected a beatdown, and this did not disappoint. Washington State is trying to make a run, but I think this loss kind of killed it. They are probably out of the playoff picture at this point. Talk about playoff picture. BYU, I think they are making room for ASU to get into the Big 12 championship game. You heard it here first. I'm predicting this game. You know what? I just watched this. I literally just watched BYU fumble a couple of times. And I'm going to be honest with you. Kansas did not look polished. Now, the receivers, they got open, but Kansas did not look polished. Just my 2 cents. I'm going to be honest, there's another game still going on, UNLV. However, I'm pretty tired. I was just staying up for the BYU game. Look, we're going to see what happens in the rankings. One thing's for sure, the SEC is getting a little tricky. The Big 12 has been a little shaken up. We gonna see what happens.